Yes, like Zilong mentioned, I just yesterday actually came from the trip from Europe, stuck somewhere in LA for one night, so it was a really good practice of uncertainty. And finally I came here just arrived for a lunch in the right time, so I'm very happy to be with you, especially in the panel of practice. And what I want to share, how somehow I view the Buddha's teaching, the Dharma Vinaya, like Rainbow mentioned, or three baskets. So for me, the Buddha was a healer. He was a kind of very skillful doctor who came because he really deeply sees our condition, where we are. He knows that we suffer. He knows that we stuck with different problems, that we need some help. And he taught many different methods of practice, and it's wonderful that we can explore so many different tools what he gave us, like meditation, recitation, visualization, the chanting practice, and bowing. Today we have wonderful experience to do the 3 steps 1 bow practice around the tower. It was very touching, very transformative way to kind of reconnect in our body and mind and heart. And what I want to share, one of the biggest discovery from my personal journey, be someone who tried to follow this Buddha's feats, was the practice of forgiveness. I just recently, actually, when we were in London, I heard in one of Awakened Circles the wonderful quote from Mahatma Gandhi about forgiveness. That he says he already know that his life probably will end, that someone probably is possible to can kill him. And he said to his Muslim friends, please pray for me because I want to have power to forgive for the man who will shoot me. And it was for me very deep guidance, and it reminded me something what I did in my personal practice. What was, of course, the Mahatma Gandhi saw that the bar is very high, but for me, I noticed the most difficult to forgive is someone who is the closest to me. First is myself, and the second, in my case, there's parents, especially my father. And I hold my practice from my start, my journey, I dedicated to him. I practice the bowing practice every day, and it took me 15 years to kind of came to the place that we can have opportunity to meet each other in a very deep place. And as you know, Zilong mentioned I was born in Poland. So in Poland, the chance that you are not Catholic is 2%. So, of course, my father was a little bit worried what's happened to his son. He's so obsessed with some strange religion that you bow to. You do different strange things, and he was worried what's happening with me. And I really deeply understand his worries. And of course, we have different issues when the practice of bowing helps me work through. And so I started from few bows and end up in 1,500 every day. I think it was millions of them after a while, but I think the number are not important. The most important for me, the place when I can, through the bowing, access the place in the heart that can really deeply see my real image and kind of observe that how many things I've done in the past was unskillful. How often I saw myself at the center of the universe. And the bowing, any moment, kind of reminds me and open up my consciousness to kind of the deep understanding of this. So it was, I can say, kind of recycling practice with intention that I can observe and then see, I can let go. Then observe, see, let go. Bow by bow. And the verse, what I recite in myself when I'm doing this bowing practice was the verse from Avatamsaka Sutra, this kind of manual of the Bodhisattva practice. And the verse goes like, for all the harmful things I've done, from the body, speech and mind, for beginningless greed, anger and stupidity, from lifetimes without number, through this very day, I repented and I vowed to change entirely. I know I can maybe offer the song of it, because Reverend Sher, who was the speaker before, here captured the feeling of this verse. This verse become kind of deep friend of me. It become like a brush when I can clean up all those unskillful thoughts. I observe 1 minute. So I can offer to all of you this chant. For all the unskillful things I've done, from the body, speech and mind, from beginningless greed, anger and stupidity, from lifetimes without number, from this very day I repent and I vow to change entirely. So each vow I chant this verse and continue practice. And what I realized that the way how I can heal my relationship with his father is to let go of any expectations that any scenario, how this could happen. I just try to change myself and waiting for the opportunity when the time arrives and we can meet each other in a very deep sense. And it's happened 50 years later when I came as a monk. First time I was in Poland, my father greeted me. And we have a wonderful gathering in the Vietnamese temple. And was completely unprepared, completely unexpected. So many lamas, monks gathered together, and my parents was in the middle because the Vietnamese community treat them as officials or diplomats. That the parents of the monks show up in the gathering, and I have a chance to speak. And immediately my heart says that I need to express my deep gratitude to them, to my father. And I think because of the years of bowing, kind of ways of transforming myself, let it go and be very present, I have a kind of courage to very authentically, with kind of curiosity, to say deeply to their heart. And even I didn't bow to them, I bow without using the body. And it was so effective somehow that my father completely melted, completely cried. You know, it was very emotional. But this emotional place when we met each other completely shifted us, completely shifted his consciousness. So for instance, when I was a few days ago in my home city, he greeted me as a really kind of deep loving parent, even bowed to me. So it was very kind of deeply transformative place, which happened unexpectedly, and I believe it's happened because of this spiritual practice, what I have a chance to deepen in myself. So.